What's up, everybody, and welcome into the Phillip Jordan Show. I am your host, Phillip Jordan from Last Word on College Football and 96.9 The Legend in Dothan, Alabama, where I'm the in-studio host and producer, Dothan Wolves Football. This is a special live bonus edition of the Phillip Jordan Show. We are previewing WrestleMania, so yes, we'll be taking a break from the football conversation. You'll be okay out there. You'll be okay, Jim Bob. We'll get back to football on Tuesday, but we are going to preview WrestleMania here. And I got two good friends that I talk wrestling all the time with. We're very excited about the weekend of WrestleMania. The guy at the bottom of the screen, if you're watching on YouTube, Brandon Eisenman, you've seen him before. Talking Knowles, he writes about South Florida. He's been on here plenty of times, but we got a newcomer to the show, to the feed. That is AZ Rivers up there in the top corner. Fellas, it is good to see you. We saw each other a couple hours ago, but I'm excited to jump into this and preview and give our thoughts and predictions for this weekend's WrestleMania.
I'm super
Anyone
for
of you?
WrestleMania. I cannot wait.
It's gonna be amazing, man. This weekend is gonna be a historic WrestleMania.
It is, and we're going to go through all these matches, and the storylines are really working. Most of them. There's a couple of these matches we'll call the bathroom break. If I wasn't a family friendly show, somebody might say a different word than that. But for you guys, and I'll start with you, Az. What match are you most looking for outside of the main event, Roman and Cody?
Oh man.
Outside of that one, which match are you most looking forward to?
Well, I'm gonna have to go with the Finn Balor against Edge, Hell in a Cell for sure.
What you say, Brandon?
You know what? For me, I'm gonna go Brock Lesnar.
Did you just say Brock Lesnar versus Omos?
I said Omos, but yeah, same thing. However you want to pronounce it.
If Brock says it a certain way, that is the correct way of saying it, because who's going to correct him?
Listen, Brock Lesnar's not going to bust down my door right now because I said his name wrong. So,
He might.
He might. You never know. He is always listening. Brocky Claus is always listening. He is always listening. Before we get into this, and I meant to do that before I asked that question, Az, since you're new to it, tell folks about yourself. I know you yourself, you are a content creator as well, and then you have a YouTube page.
All right. Well, first, thanks for inviting me to your show, the Phillip Jordan Show. And my name is Az Rivers. I'm 21 years old, and I'm a good friend of Phil and Brandon here. And I'm a big wrestling fan, so it was only right for me to come on and give my prediction about this weekend. So, and if you want to go watch my YouTube, it'll be Jerion Books.
Right, go do that, guys. Go once you get done here, go subscribe to AZ's channel. Brandon, of course, I advertise it on Thursday's episode of the Phillip Jordan Show. But Talking Knowles, you're kind of keeping the talking podcast name alive in a way. But tell us about Talking Knowles.
Yeah, it's something that I recently started. I've been wanting to do a Florida State podcast for months now. I finally got around to starting it. I had Florida State football and men's basketball radio play-by-play host and director of broadcasting Jeff Colhane on the first episode a few weeks ago. I dropped a new episode on Wednesday talking a little bit of Seminoles football news. And look, as soon as we're done, talking WrestleMania, I'm actually going to hop on and record Friday's episode talking softball and baseball for the weekend. So we're going twice a week. I'm trying to stick to probably a Wednesday, Friday, maybe Tuesday, Thursday sometimes. But look, we're going twice a week with this thing. I'm excited. I'm passionate about Florida State, even though I'm a diehard LSU fan. Tallahassee is an hour and a half from me. And, go Noles.
Yeah, absolutely. Check it out. It's good stuff. And, I'll just say this. It's kind of interesting with the three of us because I had been a long-time wrestling fan for a while. But I kind of got in and out of it. But I think we all three have it. I'm not going to tell you where our day jobs are at because I don't want the crazy folks out there to come find us. But AZ Wallace and said, "Hey, you watch wrestling?" I said, "Here and there." And I don't know, that kind of piqued my interest to get back into it. So then me and AZ's talking about it a lot. And then Brandon's more of an MMA UFC guy. And then he kind of jumps into the conversation. So it's kind of like that's kind of like the three of us. So we're all here because of AZ getting me back into wrestling, get that conversation on a regular basis. And now we even have coworkers telling us to not talk about it as much, but it's all good. It's all good. Shout out to Charles McNeely there. But anyways, guys, let's jump into it. That's what we're here. We're here to talk about these matches. There's a bunch of them. We had 2 nights. And I honestly, I kind of prefer the one night event. I don't know how you guys feel. It it's too much to a degree. I mean, I'm not trying to complain. But start off with you, Brandon. How do you feel? Would you rather a one night event or the 2 night event that we got coming on this week?
Phil, I'm kind of torn on it. I kind of like the one night event, and I know SmackDown happens on Fridays, but I kind of wish that instead of the Saturday, Sunday, 2 night thing that they do, I wish they could somehow do this Friday, Saturday, because having to watch, Saturday night's going to be fine. I don't have anything to do on Sunday, but I have to work Monday. And this is probably going to go past 10 o'clock on Sunday. So, but honestly, in my opinion, I think that should just go back to one night.
How about you, AZ?
Well, I understand the concept that they're doing, pushing it and giving it a longevity of time, basically for a whole weekend. Because, they call it their Super Bowl, of course. But I think I have to go with the one night because you just get one night of greatness in one instead of 2 nights, So I think I just do the one night.
Yeah, it's kind of like, okay, we're going to have all this good stuff that's going to happen Saturday. Okay, all right, come again. Come back the next night. We're going to do this again. But, it'll be fun. So let's start off. And we're going to, best I can, that's which WWE on Thursday did release the extra card. What's going to be on Saturday, what's going to be on Sunday. And again, guys, if you've been checking me out this week, I've been dealing with a sore throat, a cough. So I may start coughing. The voice may go out. But the first matchup that's confirmed, excuse me, guys. I couldn't get the first match out before I started coughing. But the GOAT is returning to the ring in the United States Championship match. And this is confirmed to kick off WrestleMania, John Cena versus the champion, Austin Theory. So I'm going to let AZ kick this one off. What do you think? Basically, we're going to say what we think happens here. But what do you think happens?
John Cena takes the gold, and we have a long streak with the United States Championship. But no, reality, I give it to, oh man, what happened? I give it to Austin Theory because we all know John Cena. He's a Hollywood man now, so he'll be busy. He'll be too busy. So Austin Theory gets it, I believe.
How about you, Brandon? And if you guys ever see me disappears because a cough situation comes or I just need to pull myself from the camera. But that's pretty much it for everybody checking us out. Brandon, how about you?
Yeah, I'm going to go Austin Theory as well. Look, like AZ said, Cena's a Hollywood man now. And if it did happen to where Cena did win and there was longevity with it, sure. But even though he just returned a few weeks ago, I don't see that happening. I think Theory is going to retain the United States Championship.
Yeah, I do too, because look, we hadn't even seen Cena since he verbally obliterated Austin Theory a few weeks ago, and now we are just seeing Cena for the first time. Austin Theory's been having matches, so it leads me to believe, and I did see that Cena's got another movie coming up he's going to be working on or whatever. So he's not in this for the long haul. If Cena was going to be around for maybe a month or two, okay, I could see Cena winning this matchup. But they're not going to. That's why I don't like this as a title match. I almost wish Austin Theory didn't have a title, because then we could believe that Cena's going to win. I do think it is a big rub for Theory that he can run with. Say, hey, I beat John Cena at WrestleMania. But the only way I see Cena winning this, he wins Saturday, And then Monday night, he defends it against Austin Theory, and Austin Theory wins it back, or somebody else gets it. But yeah, I'm with you guys. I just don't see, just because of John Cena's status now, I just don't see where he would win this for being for the United States Championship.
Right. It would definitely give Austin Theory that boost, I believe.
So
yeah, I agree.
All right, the next match. Look, guys, this is the bathroom break match already. See, I hope that now I wrote these down kind of in order they were on the graphic that we put out. Guys, I hope this is not the second match of the night. If not, I will be heading to the restroom pretty quickly on Saturday night. WrestleMania Showcase Tag Match: Braun Strowman, Ricochet versus the Street Profits versus Alpha Academy versus the Viking Raiders. I'll be honest with you guys. I'll go first on this one because I just don't care. I simply do not care about this match at all. I would say either Strowman and Ricochet or the Street Profits win this one. But it's like, okay, I don't care.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat. This actually really might be a bathroom break match. And please do not let this be the second match on the card, please. But yeah, I agree, Phil. I think it'll either be Strowman or Ricochet or the Street Profits.
I do too. Yeah. How about you, AZ? Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm with you guys on that one. I don't really too much care about that one. Like you said, bathroom break at his all-time high on that one.
So the next one I got wrote down here, I think this is one all three of us are looking forward to. The family drama of the Mysterios comes to a head on Saturday night. Rey Mysterio, going to the Hall of Fame on Friday night, takes on his son, Dominic Mysterio. Look, I think Dominic has done a great job building his character on the mic. Obviously, he's not that great in the ring yet. But I feel like Dominic's winning this one, but Brandon, let you kind of go first here. Who do you got?
Well, Phil, let me preface this by saying that I haven't been watching wrestling that long. I used to watch it as a kid, but I just recently got back into it probably a month and a half ago. I think it was right at Elimination Chamber is when I started watching it again. And from what I've seen in the last, month or two, I really dislike Dominic Mysterio. So with that being said, I'm taking Rey.
Yeah, he's doing his job. We're not supposed to like him. And, when he talked about what the BMW that, he didn't get the car that all his other friends got in high school, I was like, okay, we're going this route. And his 5 hours of jail time at county lockup that that San Marco prison. Yeah. AZ, what's your feeling?
His dad needs to give him an old-fashioned butt whipping. That's all I would say about that one. Dominic he's done too much. He told his mom to shut up. I mean, how far does it go? He just needs to end it here at WrestleMania.
Yeah, I saw somebody talk about it. They said, wouldn't it be the funniest thing if Rey made him tap out because he's spanking him in the middle of the ring? Like legit spanking.
Oh my God.
That'll be great.
I really feel like, I honestly say I wouldn't be surprised if Dominic wins this one. But because I don't see Rey gain anything. And sorry again, guys, for the coughing. But I wouldn't be surprised if Dominic wins this because it really puts him over. But I feel like it's going to be done in a kind of a cheating kind of way. So that's how I feel on that one. I think Brandon is very interested in this one coming up. Brandon, break us down. Who is Logan Paul?
Okay. Let me put this in the nicest way possible. Logan Paul is a gigantic content creator on YouTube, just like his brother Jake Paul. who is now in boxing. And Logan obviously, wrestles and for whatever reason beef with Seth Rollins. And look, Logan has, basically knocked out Seth Rollins cold, 2 or 3 times. And, I think that's going to end on Saturday at WrestleMania. I think Seth Rollins gets this win. I think the way that this has played out so far has really obviously been in Logan's favor, but it's setting up for Seth Rollins to get his revenge on Saturday night.
Well, I believe Seth Rollins got this one in the bag for sure. But I will say Logan Paul has been amazing so far since the Royal Rumble and all these great promos he's been giving. I mean, he's came a long way as an athlete, and I give him his credit. But I believe Seth Rollins got this one.
Yeah, I agree with you guys, and I'm going to go with I believe Seth Rollins wins this because the way this thing has been built up. Because every week it's been when Logan Paul's on Raw, he has gotten the better of Seth Rollins. So I feel like that's kind of building up, and look, people just don't like uh, Logan Paul. We know that from the reaction to him. He's good at playing a douchebag. Let's be honest. He's really good at that role. I remember reading something about him when he first came in. They wanted him to be a good guy, a baby face, but the fans, you can't force that. The fans pick if you're good or bad just sometimes, and that's what they've done with him. So I do believe, and look, guys, we all know it's going to be awesome. I mean, I can imagine how it would be in person, but even watching on Peacock on Saturday and Sunday, hearing those fans do the Seth Rollins song.
Yeah. That's definitely on my bucket list is to go to WrestleMania. I mean, obviously, going for the matches and stuff, but for the, wrestlers' entrances as well. Like, I'll sit at home and watch Raw or SmackDown on a Monday or a Friday, and I'm, if I know who's coming out, I'm singing along with it. Like, I've gotten so into it, and being at SoFi Stadium this weekend would be amazing, and I'm kind of jealous of all the people that are going to be there.
Yeah, man, I agree. And I've been watching this stuff as a kid, man, and I've been tuned in for so long, and now I actually get to watch it with a group. It's just amazing to me how many other people love WWE the same way I do. And like you said, Brandon, with the entrances, man, hands down, Demon Finn Balor will have the best entrance of WrestleMania, I believe.
Yeah, that's going to be pretty cool. And so next up, let's jump into the women's tag match, the big one with some big names involved. Becky Lynch, Lita, and Trish versus Damage Control, which is headed up by Bailey. So at least here we've got two Hall of Famers and two future Hall of Famers, Becky Lynch and Bailey. The only thing about it is the two other lackeys for Bailey. I mean, they're completely out of their realm in this match with these legends that are going to be in this one. I've seen some online stuff where it says that Trish Stratus could eventually turn on Lita and Becky Lynch and start a program with Becky Lynch that would head into SummerSlam. So it seems like Trish Stratus is here to stay. I don't see that here. I feel like they're going to beat Damage Control. I feel like that's kind of where the story should go. And we should be over with the Becky Lynch Bailey storyline, which has been going on since the fall or the last summer. So that's kind of where I see with that one. Az, what are your thoughts on this matchup?
Well, it's gonna be an all-out war, man. I feel it. It's gonna be a good one. But I'm gonna have to go with Becky Lynch and Lita, and I'm kind of being biased here because they're just legends in the making. Well, they're already legends. I just think Becky Lynch and Lita got this one. They have a lot of experience, and plus they're just those women. So I got Becky Lynch and Lita going, getting the win on that one.
How about you, Brandon?
Yeah, I'm gonna follow suit with you guys. I'm gonna go with Becky Lynch, Lita, and Trish as well.
So next one up is okay. Now we're getting to the meaty ones. Like we don't know what the main event's going to be on night one, and let's jump over these guys though. This is part of the Bloodline storyline that's going on. That's really the main thing going in wrestling right now. The Usos, who are the champions, been champions for a very long time. They'll be going up against Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. Them two are back together. They're coming together to fight off the Bloodline. First up, guys, in your opinion, should this be the main event of night one, or should it be Charlotte and Rhea?
I think it should be this one. I don't know why, but I feel like this to end night one would be the better way to go out on Saturday.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Kevin Owens and Sammy versus the Usos, because not only will it be a great match, they already have this great legendary promo going that's gonna go down in history. So for them to end night one with Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens getting the win on the Usos, and just the one piece of them breaking up the bloodline, that would be amazing. To go into night two with that motivation for Cody Rhodes. Well, let me not speak too soon on that one.
Yeah, we hadn't got to night two. Yeah, I believe this should be the main event, and they have to be very careful where they do place these matches. I mean, this order is not the confirmed or anything as the order matches for night one. But if you let's just just throw a theory out there. If you put this match as your next to last match, and then Rhea and Charlotte, if this match tears the house down, which I think it will, they're going to be disinterested because the fans are going to be worn out for the Rhea and Charlotte match. So if you do not have this as your main event, you need to have this in the middle of the card. We talked about the bathroom break earlier. I would put, if this is not the main event, I would put that WrestleMania showcase match between them. That way, look, I hate to say it, fans, they want to go get up and go to the bathroom, go get another refreshment or something like that, and then whatever is the main event. But when it comes to this match, I believe Owens and Sami Zayn are going to win. I think you would have such a negative reaction from the fans because there's a lot of people that want Sami to beat Roman at Elimination Chamber, and they were upset about that and disappointed. So now to do it again with the Usos, and I just feel like, and this does get into the second night, but I believe the Bloodlines time is done. So I'm going to go with KO and Zayn.
I agree on that one.
Yeah, hey, I'm glad we all agree on that one. Phil and AZ, I kind of just want to say one more thing on this match as well. Is could there be some, even if it's not the main event on Saturday night, do either of you feel like there's a chance that Solo comes out and somehow disrupts this match in a way? Because I'm kind of trending that it could happen. So something's going to happen on both Saturday and Sunday. Something's going to get messed up. Somebody's going to walk out and completely just derail the train on the way we think all these matches are going to go. And I feel like Solo could come out and kind of help out Jimmy and Jay.
Right.
I think so, because he's not in a match.
Yeah.
So now, if we don't see him here, because he's been involved in the Cody Rhodes story the last 2 weeks on Raw, and then on SmackDown too last week.
Yeah.
So he's going to be involved in that one or this one. So you're right. He is the element. We don't know what they're going to do with him messing up these matches.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, from my perspective, I wouldn't be surprised to see him come out on Saturday to, help out his brothers Jimmy and Jay against KO and Sammy. I really wouldn't. It wouldn't surprise me one bit.
Right. Plus, with all this heat under him right now, and the fans are kind of looking forward to see him because you know the Cody Rhodes chant, "You're not ready, you're not ready." I mean, he's not, but will he interrupt the match? We don't know which match, but it could happen. I can see that happen.
So let's close up the night one, which a lot of people believe this could be the main event or will be the main event. That is the SmackDown Women's Championship, Charlotte versus Rhea. AZ, I'm going to let you kick this one off on this one.
Okay. Well, I love Charlotte. Shout out Ric Flair, of course.
Ooh.
But I'm gonna have to go Rhea. I'm gonna have to go Rhea Ripley on this one. I feel like she got all the motivation going towards her way right now for this match with the with Dominic and dealing with all these. She had the upper hand on Charlotte last SmackDown, I believe. So I feel like all the motivation is going her way. I got her winning the championship on this.
How about you, BE?
Yeah, look, I'm gonna go the opposite direction. I'm taking Charlotte Flair to retain the title. Look, like I said about Dominic Mysterio, and look, I know we're not supposed to like these people, but I don't like Rhea. I really don't. I don't know what it is about Rhea Ripley. I don't know. I can't buy into the hype around her. I just can't become a fan of hers. So I'm taking Charlotte.
I'm going to go. I think Rhea wins because I don't like Charlotte as a babyface, as a good person. I just don't think it works for her. I think she should only be a face, a babyface, or a fan favorite when she goes to North Carolina, Charlotte, South Carolina area, because that's Flair country. You're going to be cheered. Flair was always cheered there, even though he would come out as the heel. With her, she doesn't fit. Her promos doesn't work. Last week's promo where the fans were wanting her and she got kind of attitudinal, that was a very heelish response. I'm just kind of curious how the fans are going to react to these two. I think Rhea's actually going to be more the fan favorite. I honestly believe that she's going to get these WrestleMania crowds can be different too. They're not your normal crowd. These are fans from all over the world coming to see these events. I think Rhea could actually be the one that gets the more fan attention on Saturday. I think Rhea wins. I think it's a good match. Charlotte's not going to put on a bad match. That's a guarantee. I believe this is not the first piece of business these two will have in this program. They will probably wrestle again within a month. But I really believe that's what we are going to see on Saturday night. And that will wrap up night one of WrestleMania. We're going to take a quick 20-second break. But then when we return, we will jump into night 2 of WrestleMania. Let me tell you about my friend Brandon Eisenman's new podcast, Talking Knowles. Brandon's keeping the Talking podcast alive. Twice a week, Brandon discusses the latest news in Florida State athletics and interviews people involved with the program. Check out Talking Knowles on YouTube or wherever you listen to podcasts. Now, back to the Phillip Jordan Show. All right, everybody, we are back. Well, I don't know if AZ is back, but I know me and Brandon, we are back here on the Phillip Jordan Show. Now we're going to jump into night 2. Brandon, I think you are going to enjoy who starts off in night 2, and AZ has rejoined us here on the Phillip Jordan Show after we needed a 30-second break. I apologize, AZ. I should have played the 30-second spot, not the 22-second one.
I'm nervous, man.
That's all good. Hey, I told you this before we did this. It's just 3 guys. It's like we're talking at work or whatever. So it's all. We're glad to have you, and you've been doing great so far. Can you tell there's even nervousness about being on the show? But night 2. Now, once again, guys, this is the order. We don't know what the order will be on night 2, but I'm going by the list that was put out. So let's jump in with the bathroom break match of night 2, and that is the women's WrestleMania showcase, which is Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez versus Natalya and Shotzi versus Ronda Rousey and Baszler versus Team Karen and Sonya Deville and Chelsea Green. I don't look. This is not because it's a women's match. No, where anybody wants to jump on me, just go somewhere else. I just don't care. I just don't. I have no. I feel like, honestly, I feel like Ronda Rousey's going to get a win here. I just feel it just because her name, it'll be big. But I don't know. You guys, what do you guys think? I just, this match just doesn't do it for me.
You know, it is a bathroom break match, but I see a name here I like. I'm gonna have to go with Liv Morgan for this one, for sure, for sure. She she needs to push, and this match will definitely give her a push, especially at WrestleMania, at the big event. So I give it to Liv Morgan on this one.
I know who you're picking, Brandon, but just go ahead.
Yeah, look, I'm a big Liv Morgan fan. Don't ask why. But yeah, I'm gonna take her and Rodriguez. You now listen. You mentioned at the top of the show, Phil, that I'm a big MMA UFC fan. So a lot of people might be thinking, you like the UFC, you like MMA. Why aren't you taking Ronda Rousey? I just, I think it's Liv and Raquel's time to shine, and this is going to be it.
Yeah, well, I hope this doesn't lead off the WrestleMania, because then I can just go grab something to eat and just kind of just go do something else. Because, like I said, I hate to be this way. I just don't. I don't care. I do care about this next match, and we know what this is: Brock Lesnar versus Omos. Now, Brandon said this was his most anticipated matchup. I didn't even give mine, actually, when we did that either. I'll do that when we get done with this. That's what we'll do. No, it's not. It's not. My favorite one, I'm looking forward to Cena and Theory. That's my anticipated. I forgot to mention that on the top. But anyways, Brandon says this is your most anticipated matchup. Thoughts on the match?
Omos has gotten the best of Brock on SmackDown the last couple of weeks. But you know what? And how tall is Omos? Isn't he like 7'3" or something? I mean,
he's taller than Shaq. I know that.
Yeah, he's a big guy. Yeah, look, I really want to lean towards Brock. Like, I really do. Because I feel like somehow he's going to be able to get it done. But then again, another part of me wants to go Omos. I'm going to go Omos. I think, maybe it's his time to beat the Beast Incarnate. And it's not just because he's, like a whole foot taller than Brock, but I think he might can overpower Brock enough to win this match.
How about you, AZ?
This match right here, I'm kind of in between, Bro, of course, we got the Beast Incarnate. What you would say, Phil, this the alpha of our species, of course.
Well, I stole that from Pat McAfee, but yes, that is true. If we had aliens attack us, we would send Brock Lesnar to defend our honor.
We will give Pat McAfee his credit here. I'm gonna have to go Brock Lesnar. Simply because they're playing him as the underdog in this matchup. And it's clear why. I mean, like you said, he's about 7 feet tall, almost is. I mean, we haven't even seen Brock Lesnar even face this man yet. So it would be good to see almost win and give him that push. But I think Brock Lesnar will get this win and defeat almost.
Or Omos, as MVP says. I think Lesnar wins this because the way it's kind of like with the Seth Rollins Logan Paul thing. Omos has Omos. You see, I done got Brock Lesnar got me saying it wrong all the time. Anyways, he's gotten a better Brock every time they've been in the ring together. So it makes me think, okay, Brock Lesnar is going to win. And I believe Brock Lesnar is going to win. It's going to be a spectacle when he F5s him, if he does the suplexes to him. I mean, everybody was chanting Suplex City on Monday night in the weigh-in. So I believe Brock wins this. But I'm going to throw this question to you guys, and it just popped in my head. If we were in the gambling mode, putting some money, if I gave you on the time limit of this match, how long this match would go, of 5 minutes, would you take over or under 5 minutes on how long this match lasts?
Well, considering, and I know this is not relevant. Considering the Brock Lesnar and Bobby Lashley match, I just don't think it would go over 5 minutes. I think at first, almost would be dominating Brock Lesnar, of course, and then out of nowhere, we'll get that side of Brock Lesnar that nobody likes to see, and he would just turn into that beast that he is, and he'll just get the win in 5 minutes, I believe.
What about you, Brandon?
I'm gonna take the over. I'm gonna take the over 5. I think it'll go over 5 minutes.
Okay, I only say that because this is not going to be a 5-star wrestling match. I mean, this is not going to be like two pure wrestlers out there wrestling each other. So that's why I think I could see a short match with Brock. Say Brock could have told Triple H or Paul Levesque, whichever one we want to go by with him. He had headed creative and said, "Can I have a short match at WrestleMania?" Yes. Oh my, yes. I can go home to my wife pretty soon, pretty early in that one. So this is now we're going to have to lead with AZ on this next one because this is his most anticipated matchup. Hell in a Cell, Edge versus Finn Balor, the Demon. AZ, you see, this was one here I told you guys off air this week several times talking. I don't have a feel for who I feel confident who could go over here. So, but AZ, you looking forward to this? I know you're excited that the Demon Finn Balor is going to make a reappearance. I'm going to let you kick off this matchup.
Okay, first thing is I want to say he's back. The Demon, Finn Balor. We all missed him, guys. We did. And I thought I would never see him, not this soon, but he's here. And when he shows up to fight. But what I want to say is the promo that Edge had, it threw me off. It kind of had me anticipating now and saying, okay, I don't know if Finn Balor will win this match because Edge look like he's on his demon side as well. So it will go back and forth, and I feel like it'd be one of the better matches of WrestleMania. And I will go Finn Balor. I will go Finn Balor on that one.
What about you, Brando?
All right, let me ask a question real quick. This is the only question I'm gonna ask on while we're doing this, because I may not remember correctly. Isn't Finn Balor a part of Judgment Day?
Yeah.
Okay. So, with that being said, give me Edge. I think Edge takes care of Balor. You know, Edge and Judgment Day have been going back and forth a lot over the last few weeks. I think Edge gets it done. I don't know how, but he's going to get it done.
You know, I'm going to lean Edge here because the ending of this rivalry with Finn Balor and of Judgment Day. But I'm like 51% on that. I'm like 49. I could go Finn Balor very easily with this matchup just because of obviously because one last pay-per-view we did see Edge and Beth go over in that matchup and beat Finn and Rhea Ripley. So he's already got a win over them. So but he said this is the end of the rivalry. So I don't know. We shall see. And we looks like we have lost AZ for a second. So we will continue on. Hopefully he'll jump back on here pretty quickly. So Brandon, we're going to jump into the IC title matchup. It's kind of funny in a way. AZ dropped when we were talking about his most anticipated matchup of the night two or the whole WrestleMania. There is AZ. He has returned. AZ has returned. Like Finn Balor, he is back. But I had to do it. I picked Edge. I picked Edge though. AZ on that one. I leaned Edge very barely. Not a lot of confidence on that pick. But now the IC title match. Gunther, who has held the title for a very long time, will be defending in a triple threat against Sheamus and Drew McIntyre, the former buddies. I'm not going to say the tag team they were trying to build them as because this is, as I said, on the top of Family Show. I will lead with this one. I think Sheamus wins this match with a pinfall over Drew McIntyre, because obviously the champion does not have to be pinned to lose his belt in a triple threat. That way, Gunther preserves being an unbeatable force. He can kind of move out of the IC title race, maybe move into the more of the heavyweight side of things, the world title picture, and then we could get a good little feud between Sheamus and Drew McIntyre for the IC belt. Sheamus has never won the IC title; the only belt he's never won. So that's why I'm leaning with Sheamus to win this one. Brandon, how about you?
Yeah, I'm gonna go Sheamus as well. And like you said, Phil, I think he wins it by pinfall with McIntyre. Because like you also said, Gunther does not have to be, pinned to lose his title. But Phil, the most interesting aspect of this championship match here for me is that Sheamus and Drew McIntyre were facing each other a few weeks ago to see who was going to face Gunther at WrestleMania. And, well, we know what happened. They both, won at the same time, coincidentally. Go figure, as it was, meant to be that way. But, yeah, I think Sheamus is going to finally get the IC title. Like you said, it's the only one he hasn't gotten. And I'm ready to see him win it.
How about you, AZ?
I agree with you. I think Sheamus gets it along. Him and having shameful gone. He got the kids streak going again undefeated. Got Sheamus won this one, and like they had the type perfect. This is his own biggest muscle. I guess that.
All right. All right, AZ, I think you got a little bad signal issue there. Well, we didn't get to clearly hear that on my end, at least. But yeah, it should be a great match. I think this is going to be a very good match, though. I think these three guys are going to put on a show for us to remember in this one. AZ, who did you have again?
I had Sheamus winning the IC title.
There you go. I thought that's where it sounded where you leaned, but you kind of at the prediction part kind of cut out there a little bit. Hey, we're dealing with the internet here. We are not the WWE. We do not have an endless amount of bandwidth and a Wi-Fi as they would do. So now we're going to move into, I think a lot of people forgot about this match, the Raw Women's Championship. And I'll say this could, at the end of the weekend, we look at the two women title matches, this could be a better one. I mean, these two, neither one of them's a bad guy. It kind of feels like, well, Charlotte's more of a heel, and obviously we know Rhea is here. Yeah, Bianca Belair's the good guy. Asuka, she's in between, but I don't feel like she's a heel, but she doesn't feel like a babyface either. I'm going to go, ooh, excuse me, guys. That's professional belching over there. But I will say I'm going to go Bianca Belair to win and retain her Raw Women's Championship. How about you, AZ?
I agree with you on the field. Bianca Belair, she has that one. I feel like she will not lose that title in a while. And don't get me wrong, Asuka, she showed me an amazing talent at the Elimination Chamber, and she did a good job. But I think this one is gonna go to Bianca Belair because she's just Bianca, man. You can't really take that away from her right now. She's the woman right now with the women's championship.
She is the EST.
She is the EST, yes.
All right, Brandon.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with both of you. I'm going to go Bianca Belair too. Look, I think Asuka's got a really good, a chance to win this, obviously. She's here for a reason. But it seems to me like Bianca's a different breed with the Raw Women's Championship. And like you said, Philip, out of the two women's title matches, this weekend at WrestleMania, this is probably going to be the better of the two, I think.
Yeah, very well, because these two right here, these two are flying under the radar. And so I could see where Bianca Belair and Asuka come in this match with a chip on their shoulder. Like, hey, all y'all talking about Rhea. You're talking about Charlotte. You're talking about Trish, Lita, Becky teaming up together. I mean, nobody's talking about the showcase of the women's tag title, but they're really overshadowing this one. So I could see these two girls say, hey, let's show the wrestling world what we're about and really put on a great show because they have that chip on their shoulder. So, guys, we've made it to the final match. It all comes down to this. If my throat wasn't in the situation it was, I would pull my Reese Davis ESPN Game Day, holler into the microphone, hype this up, but I can't do it this time, guys. But maybe some other time. But the WWE Undisputed Universal Championship, just imagine Paul Heyman saying that much better than I just did. Roman Reigns, the champion, versus Cody Rhodes. Cody finished the story. You know what? I'm going to play home field advantage here because I am the host of the show. I'm going to be selfish. I'm going to pick this one last. But AZ's the newcomer. You shall go first.
Okay, the match we've all been waiting for. Okay, this title for as long as he have not being pinned, as long as it's gonna go down in the books as a historic run, no doubt about it. But we have a man, an American Nightmare, that happens to come back at Royal Rumble, and he looked better than ever, and he still looks better than ever. And I believe he's gonna finish the story like you said, man. He's gonna take the gold, and he's the reason behind the bloodline and the breakup. It's gonna happen either at WrestleMania or Raw, but I got Cody win the gold, and I like Roman, but when we put reality to the factor, it's Cody just got shit in the bag, man, for sure.
All right, Braden.
Yeah, I'm going with AZ. I'm taking Cody too. Look, Roman has held both titles for a very long time, but like his name says, reigns, and that reign, just like the Bloodline's reign, is about to come to an end, and I can't be more happier to see it happen. Now, hypothetical question here, fellas, and I know Philip, you've still got to go, so you can kind of put this at the end of your answer if you want to. What are the odds that something happens in this main event match on Sunday? Like, who comes out, whether it's the Usos, whether it's Solo, whether it's somebody that, nobody may think will come out after Cody wins or before Cody wins. Could there be some type of interference with this match, either before or after it's over?
I got something for that. So I am going to go with Cody Rhodes winning this matchup, winning the Universal Championship, the WWE Universal Championship, with a crossroads, the most epic crossroads, pinning Roman 1, 2, 3. And as for that question, there has been rumors flying that a certain Apex Predator, the Viper, Randall Keith Orton, is being brought in. Now, he got hurt, back injury, that's why he's been out. But the storyline they used to write him out was the Bloodline took him out. Now, maybe not here. Maybe it's in the tag title match. But I have a feeling Randy Orton's going to RKO somebody in the Bloodline. And it's going to cost him big. And it would be a big moment if he did that. I kind of don't want to see it. I want Cody to win it clean. But if somebody was to interfere or to do something to kind of help Cody or help somebody, I think it'll be Randy Orton.
Right. I can see Randy Orton definitely coming out of nowhere with one of those vicious RKOs, and it would be amazing. But like you said, the main event match, I would like to see a clean, fair fight. Just all out brawl and someone just wins it fair and square. But we shall see who comes out and interrupts any match, like the tag team match or the main event. Either way, it would be great for the fans, and it'll be great, man.
Yeah, it will. And I'm sure Phil can hear me even though he's not on the screen. But I saw a video on the internet. I believe it might have been on TikTok last night while I was scrolling before I went to bed. But it was a video basically of a hypothetical situation at WrestleMania where Cody wins the title, his music plays, and then all of a sudden Goldberg's music starts playing. Now I don't see that happening. I don't think that's the case. Like you guys said, if anybody comes out, it's probably going to be Randy Orton. Whether it's with the tag team titles on Saturday or the Cody and Roman match on Sunday, or later on down the line, wherever it may be. But I just thought I'd bring that up just to kind of get your guys' thoughts on that, because I saw the video, I was reading the comments on it, and I was like, I don't see Goldberg coming out for that. I really don't.
One word, no.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I thought. I just, I figured I'd throw that out there.
Well, one thing I want to say is Goldberg has no business getting into that business. This is all set up and designed for Roman Reigns and the Usos to split, and they're gonna do it in style, man. So I could definitely see Randy Orton coming out there, or Kevin Owens and Sammy, they could come out there. You never know, man. But either way, it's gonna be a good fight. It's gonna be something to see, man.
One more quick thing, too, guys, and then I'll be done. I got to thinking while AZ was talking, especially about the Usos and the bloodline and stuff. You remember a few ago when Jay finally made his return, and even before then, that a lot of people thought that maybe Jay would turn on Roman at some point. What if that happens on Sunday?
I can see it because there's been talk that when Roman drops the belts, he is going to take a break. I would figure it'd be Raw or the next pay-per-view or live event, premium event, and he gets taken out somehow. But that could be, it could happen at WrestleMania after the match or something like that. So I think that's possible. I don't think it should be thrown out.
That is definitely possible, because it would be a perfect way to end the bloodline, because that's the same way they started the bloodline with the Jimmy feuds and with Roman, and for them to end it with Jay, that would be amazing to see. So I could see that happening.
So we done picked all of them. Now before we go, now AZ, this is something Brandon knows about. I like to do here. It's called 5 questions. They're very simple, basic questions, nothing hard, nothing that's going to catch you off guard. So, Brandon, I always ask this question, but AZ, are you guys ready for 5 questions?
Let's do this, man. Yeah, wait, is this both of us or just him?
Both of you.
Okay, let's do it. I'm ready.
All right. Here we go.
It's the who, what, where, when, why, and how. Let's find out what's on the mind of today's guest with 5 questions.
All right. So what we do, I'll let, since he is the newcomer here, he will go first when I ask these, then Brandon will go second. Favorite wrestler growing up? Not your current favorite guy you looked up to growing up.
John Cena, hands down.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat there. I was a huge John Cena fan growing up.
All right. Number 2, favorite current wrestler?
Bray Wyatt. Even though he walked out again, I don't know why, but he needs to work on that. But I give it to Bray Wyatt. He's a great self-creator of his work, and I just love that about him. Bray Wyatt for sure.
I got 2. On the men's side, I'm going to go with Cody Rhodes. And on the women's side, obviously, going with Liv Morgan.
I didn't think that's where you were going to go with that. I really didn't.
Oh, well.
Oh,
I did.
Number 3, favorite finishing move.
the pile driver. The pile driver. No, I got two. I'm sorry. The pile driver and the RKO.
I knew it.
I'm gonna go the Crossroads from Cody Rhodes and the F5 from Lesnar. Something
All right.
about the F5.
Now, on this question, we're going to go Brandon first. I did AZ because AZ, you may want to think on this one. But Brandon will probably be able to play someone right off the top. Besides Rousey and Lesnar, who would be the best in UFC/MMA?
Oh, the wrestlers in WWE. Oh man, I'm gonna go Bobby Lashley, and you know what? Give me Omos at heavyweight too. I think, yeah, I would go Lashley and Omos. Yeah, those are my two. I mean, you put a 7'3" guy in the octagon against John Jones or Cyril Gahn or whoever at heavyweight. Yeah, that's gonna be a fight. You just got to get him to the ground. Good luck.
Oh, this is the thing question, but I'm gonna have to go for my first. I agree with you on that, Brandon. I say Bobby Lashley. I mean, he has wrestling experience, actual wrestling experience, so him for sure. Then I would go. I can actually see.
You lose him again. Oh man.
I did. So while we wait, I'll just add this because Ren, you're a big UFC MMA fan. Any women wrestlers that would be good on the UFC? I mean, I think Shayna Baszler is one. But any of the women wrestlers, Brandon, do you think could be good in MMA?
Yeah, I mean, I could see Bianca Belair being a good one. I'm trying to think. Just from like a power, like punching standpoint. Yeah, I'd go Baszler too, like you said, Phil. But yeah, I think Bianca and Baszler would be two of them definitely.
All right, AJ, who was your second one before we lost you there?
Okay. It was, who was it? It was for sure. What was the second? What was this question about the women's?
Oh, I had while we were when you had left us, I had asked Brandon, who do you think of some of the women wrestlers you think could obviously than Rousey, but some women wrestlers you think could go over to UFC? I mean, Shayna Baszler is I think an automatic. I think Rhea Ripley actually probably could.
Yes.
She's got to build for it anyways. I don't know, you don't know if she could really do it, but she's got to build for it. I think, from the muscular side of it. But yeah, that was the question. Just kind of a follow up. What fit women wrestlers, female wrestlers could go over into the octagon?
Well, this is one that most people wouldn't say. I don't think, but I think Nikki Cross, she could be a good UFC.
She acts like she does on wrestling. She could, the way she just loses it sometimes. But
MMA fighter, I believe.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Not because of her physicality, but more for mental state. Like she's
all right. Let's jump into the last question. I'll let Brandon kick this one off again. Favorites. Okay, this is the
Really
common one.
in that octagon. I feel like she could.
Okay, we got easy, babe. You froze up for a second there, but Nikki
Oh
Cross.
man.
Nikki Cross will be a good one on her intensity. So the last one, this is what I always ask. Brandon knows I always like to go food with the final question.
Okay.
Oh, favorite stadium food.
Oh man, that's I don't know. Like just in general, or like one specific item from.
If you're going to a game, and generically, what are you getting?
Oh, obviously I'm getting popcorn first, and then maybe a slice of pizza or nachos, depending on how much they are. But look, I've been to arenas, stadiums. Food's expensive, man. Food is no joke. And look, AZ was down. We went to Orlando back in January for a Magic basketball game. Man, the food prices are ridiculous. Like it's crazy.
Yeah,
Like how much
they
these
were high.
arenas are charging for food. It's crazy. But yeah, I'm going popcorn first. Popcorn is
Right.
like my favorite snack to sit at home, watch a game if I'm at the ballpark, football stadium, arena, wherever.
Right. I gotta go beer now. Joke. It's joke. I get some nachos.
I'm a hot dog guy. I'm basic.
Cheap and easy, man.
There you go. Yeah, there you go. So, guys, that's going to wrap it
Yeah, you
up.
can get it.
That is going to do it for our WrestleMania preview episode. I appreciate both you guys for coming on. It's been a lot of fun. Of course, everybody, check out the pod, Apple Podcast, Spotify, wherever you get podcasts. If you check us out on YouTube, on the Phillip Jordan Media YouTube channel, please hit the subscribe button and bell for notifications. Go check out Brandon's podcast, Talking Knowles, all his stuff he's doing. Go check out AZ. Go check out his YouTube channel. And guys, it was a lot of fun. I appreciate it. And I'll see you guys in the morning.
Had a lot of fun.